And a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday, December 12th, looking like a terrifically cold weekend. So make sure that you get bundled up and get all your animals taken care of, fresh straw and new water all the time for your animals as gets cold for them too, even though they've got fur. They need water, it'll freeze. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this beautiful Friday, December 12th. This is our Take the Points show, weekly Take the Points show. The boys couldn't be here today as I think there's some, I'm not exactly certain what is going on with all the fellows today, but do appreciate you being here this afternoon or morning, depending on where it is, where you are. Let's talk about a few things. By the way, I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining. Let's talk about a few things. Like I said, our Take the Points. My fingers are running to the wrong buttons. Community events for today and this weekend. We'll talk about a few. Actually got a bunch of them for you. Flora Tourism Committee, the Chris Kendall Market is set for today and tomorrow in downtown Flora. That's going to be at Library Park from Friday, starts at 5 o'clock. I think they have it tomorrow as well. Friday, 5 o'clock with craft vendors, food vendors in the park. Also going to be ice skating at the City Hall parking lot from 5 to 9 p.m. $5 a person there. They could probably, actually this weekend, they might be able to get real ice in there rather than having to put the fake stuff down. But the Chris Kendall Market in Flora tonight. Strasburg Christmas Store is open today, this Friday. It's open today and tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. today and 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. tomorrow. The Christmas store is coming to Strasburg. Liberty Unit number 289 of the American Legion Auxiliary has evolved into an annual cookie walk with Christmas goodies for everyone, as well as Christmas for everyone's Christmas pleasure. Items include homemade noodles. Well, the menu items include homemade noodles, homemade cookies, and candies, plus errata, celery, and more. Shoppers will select the cookies and candies they want, put in a box. Box is then weighed with a price of $5 a pound. That's cheap. They just had the one last week in Flora for quite a bit more than that. So yeah, go to Strasburg. Check out the showcase of trees and vote for your favorite area businesses, organizations, and community members are encouraged to donate and decorate a tree. Visitors can then vote for their favorite tree and wreath, and the tree and wreath with the most money in the container wins. There you go. Winners do receive either a catered lunch or a gift card, depending if you're a business or if you're an individual. Proceeds from the showcase of trees benefit scholarships. So there you go. That's a wonderful way to give back to the community. What else going on here on this beautiful Friday? Actually, this one, just like the last one, going on all weekend long, starting tonight up at the Elks in Effingham, at the Elks Lodge in Effingham. Three Chicks and a Stage will present an original production, Krampus, The Untold Story, at the Effingham Elks Lodge. That's up at on Banker Street. You know where it is. A couple miles south of Fayette. That's where they have the just in front of the old mall. The show runs December 12th through 14th with a special dinner show tonight. Dinner served at 5:30, followed by the show at 7. You needed to buy the dinner tickets beforehand. If you're planning on going, you know all about it. Saturday performance begins at 7, and a Sunday matinee at 2. Tickets are $20 for adults, $10 for children. Dinner tickets are $40. So you can do all that at the Elks Lodge, Jansen Computers in Teutopolis, or at the door. If you want more information, give them a call at 812-783-0853. Three Chicks and a Stage invites you to come out and laugh your way into the Christmas spirit this year. Also going on Friday. Now, this I've talked about before. This is the big deal out there at Cardinal Golf Course near Effingham. It's the Ears Group puts on Tinsel and Tales. It recurs every Friday and Saturday. It'll go from 5:30 tonight till 8:30 tonight. Same thing tomorrow, 5:30 to 8:30. As cold as it's going to get tomorrow night, I'd go tonight. You probably want to go. 'Tis the season for tinsel and tales with the Effingham Animal Rescue Sanctuary for a magical holiday experience at the Cardinal Golf Course. Golf cart lighted tours, hot cocoa, and s'mores. Keep that cocoa in mind. We've got something coming up. Festive photo ops, all proceeds benefit ears. So you'll be spreading holiday cheer and supporting local animals in need. Very kind. As it's classic holiday fun for the whole family. On Saturday, down in Fairfield at the Clothesline. The Clothesline in the Midwest Food Bank annual Christmas food basket giveaway. The Clothesline in Fairfield is once again teaming up with the Midwest Food Bank to support local families in need this holiday season. The annual Christmas food basket giveaway will go from 7 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And now, it won't be, I'm sorry, I said at the Clothesline, it's going to be at the Midwest Food Bank building. That is south of Fairfield Police Station. Do you know where the old L.J. Keith warehouse was in Fairfield? That is now the Midwest Food Bank building. So go down there south of it's on South 10th Street. So you take it around by the softball diamonds. And monetary donations will help fund the event as well. So give till it hurts, folks, because you're helping folks with less. Also on Saturday, this is Saturday evening, over in Bluford, it is a Christmas auction and chili supper. Yay! The Saturday, the Bluford Rotary Club will have their annual Christmas auction / chili supper. They'll start serving food at 4. The auction will start around 6. This year, the merchandise and auction brought to you by the Tolka brothers. This will all take place at the Middle Gym Cafeteria inside Bluford School. Going to be various chilies, soups, ham and beans, hot dogs, chili dogs, nachos and cheese, and many homemade desserts. Going to have 3 different raffles. Count them, 1, 2, 3. As number 1. Number 1 and number 2 will each be for half a hog, and the third drawing will be for a $100 meat package as well as a 50-50 drawing. Come get your Christmas shopping done and enjoy great homemade food down in Bluford. Nostalgia Theater. This is in Flora on Saturday evening. They're hosting an old world Christmas madrigal feast. Isn't that fun? The Nostalgia Theater inviting the community to enjoy a magical evening of Old English celebration at its annual Christmas madrigal feast this Saturday from 6 p.m. Doors will open at 5:30. This year's festive production, Queen's Quest for a King, will feature royal pageantry, a hearty holiday meal, and lively entertainment perfect for ushering in the Christmas season. Guests will dine while enjoying spirited performances by Three Birds Playhouse in Palestine, or from Palestine, Illinois. The troupe will fill the theater with traditional Old English Christmas music and medieval-themed storytelling, transforming the venue into a vibrant royal court. As part of the tradition, each attendee will select a royal name, which will be formally announced by the evening's herald upon entry. You know what the herald is? That's the dude who stands at the door as you're walking in. You've got somebody on a big long trumpet, and then somebody announcing King and Queen, Stacy and Jim. That's probably what it is. It probably is King and Queen, Stacy and Jim. Tickets are $30 for adults. The decor, menu, and entertainment will all reflect an authentic medieval theme, creating an immersive experience for guests of all ages. Tickets $30 for adult, $15 for children. All tickets must be purchased in advance, so you can probably still get one today. Probably can't get one tomorrow. Go on Eventbrite or go down to the Cutting Up Salon. That's where Stacy Earlywine is, or go find Beth Cooper. You know their other show. The show it's on right like an hour after this one. They'll probably have all kinds of information about it on there. Organizers say this is truly one of the most wonderful Christmas events of the year. Families, friends, and groups of all kinds will find something to love. Hopefully good food. That's what I'm hoping for their Madrigal. All that medieval stuff. There's no tubas in medieval music. I just realized sitting here thinking about it. Tuba wasn't invented till like the late 1800s, so I'm out of luck. At Salem Lutheran Church over on 1401 Hawthorne Road in Salem on Saturday from 8 o'clock to 9:30, similar to the cookie walk, similar to the one where you go through, gather cookies, and then they'll weigh them at the end. Also, Santa is visiting the Brian Bennett Library on Saturday. It'll be from 10 a.m. until noon. Santa's visit to the Brian Bennett Library. While waiting to talk with Santa, girls and boys can make bookmarks, decorate a card, make a snow globe craft. That's pretty cool. Make a bag of cookie dough mix to take home. Caregivers may use their own cameras to take photos with Santa. Each child will receive a goodie bag and a new book. Hey, that's cool. Get a new book after talking with Santa. No registration to attend. Programs designed for children from 5th grade and under, funded by the Friends of the Brian Bennett Library. There you go. That's very, very nice. A couple other things to tell you about. Humane Society Photos with Santa. That's going to be up in Effingham on Saturday. The 17th annual Photos with Santa presented by the Effingham County Humane Society. Bring your donations of supplies for the giving tree. I'm guessing dog food, cat food, and such. This will be at the Tuscan Hills Winery. No, they're not doing it at the Humane Society out southwest of town. They're going to do it northeast of town at the Tuscan Hills Winery. Pet and family photos with Santa, $20 per sitting. Multiple pets are permitted, so there you go. And they will also have a bake sale. Finally, the Effingham Performance Center. They're going to put on Polar Express, an interactive movie. That's at 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. VIP is $40 to get in, $20 otherwise. Join the EPC in an interactive movie experience of the Polar Express. Takes us on an adventure to the North Pole. On Christmas Eve, a young boy embarks on a magical adventure to the North Pole on the Polar Express while learning about friendship, bravery, and the spirit of Christmas. Tickets include a goodie bag at the door. How about fun? That's fun. Good, clean fun right there. What else going on this weekend and today? Folks, this is National Poinsettia Day. National Poinsettia Day. Each year on the 12th of December, folks across the country celebrate one of the most recognizable plants of the holiday on National Poinsettia Day. In 16th century Mexico, the connection between the poinsettia and Christmas season began. According to legend, a girl wanted desperately to celebrate Jesus' birthday. Worried, she feared that she'd have no gift to offer because she was so poor. An angel tells her to give any gift with love. And after gathering weeds from alongside the road, the young girl placed them in the manger. Miraculously, the weeds bloomed into beautiful red stars. There you see some beautiful red stars right there. Of course, it got to the United States with an American botanist, Joel Roberts Poinsett, and the first U.S. minister to Mexico. In 1825, he sent cuttings home to Charleston, South Carolina. I think that's what that said, right? Yeah, first U.S. minister to Mexico. However, it did not become, it wasn't real popular until the 1920s that the poinsettia started taking root in American culture. Paul Dickey, a second-generation farmer in California, discovered a grafting technique that caused the seedlings to branch and hawking their Christmas flower on roadside stands. Paul Dickey Jr. later advanced sales of the poinsettia through shipping and marketing, and that it went from there. The House of Representatives created Poinsettia Day back in 2002 to mark the father of the poinsettia industry, and the December 12th marks the death date of Joel Roberts Poinsett. Doesn't say what year that Mr. Poinsett passed away. So there you go. National Poinsettia Day. You can all enjoy that. Also, today, Friday the 12th, It's National Gingerbread House Day. This recognizes a family tradition for many folks across the country, a favorite food of an Armenian monk, Gregory of Nicopolis. He brought gingerbread to Europe around 992 AD and taught the French Christians to bake it. Since gingerbreads were often used in religious ceremonies, monks baked it to be sturdy and molded into the images of saints. Now, I don't know about that. I haven't seen too many saints out of gingerbread. But that's a new one on me. But there you go. There's one house. There's another house. That one looks like it's like a Thomas Kincaid house or something like that because it's got lights inside it. Do y'all make your own gingerbread houses at home? I must tell you, I've never, ever made a gingerbread house. Pretty sure I've never eaten a gingerbread house either, as you always wonder if they used glue or if they used frosting. You should, but who knows? Folks are supposed to use icing, but some folks, you never know, might use glue. What is the world's largest gingerbread house? I wish I had a picture of this. I'd show you. According to the Guinness World Records, the Texas A&M Traditions Club in Bryan, Texas, built the world's largest gingerbread house in 2013. They raised money for charity and built and then each year, a fellow named John Lovitch of New York builds a village. Last time they checked it, had 1,251 buildings. How long will it last? I mean, is that thing going to get knocked down and you use it again? I don't know. But if you're going to eat gingerbread, you probably ought to save it till Saturday when it is National Cocoa Day. National Cocoa Day on December 13th ushers in a celebration worthy of the winter holidays with National Cocoa Day. You make hot cocoa with cocoa powder, heated milk, or water, and then sugar. However, Americans often use hot chocolate or hot cocoa interchangeably, sometimes causing a bit of confusion. There is a difference between the two beverages. You make hot chocolate by using ground chocolate containing cocoa butter, and then you mix it with hot milk. So the hot cocoa is made from cocoa powder. Two entirely different, not entirely different, but two somewhat different drinks. How can you observe it? We'll host a cocoa bar. What's your best thing to put in cocoa? You can put in whipped cream. Looks like that one's got some marshmallows in it. Folks will put in cinnamon, sugar, candy canes, toffee bits, caramel, peppermint patties. Folks will put in there. Who knows? All kinds of different things. Can you use hot cocoa mix to make a dessert? Absolutely. You can use cocoa for just about anything. Doesn't it go on top of the tiramisu? I believe it does. What's on TV? What do you want to see on TV? Big night tonight. I'll talk more about it here in just a second. But Bloomington Central Catholic will be at T-Town. That's going to be on Channel 100. And Columbia will be at Salem. That'll be on Channel 98. Huge night of basketball. That's high school boys basketball. NBA basketball, the Bulls are at Charlotte tonight. That's at 6 o'clock on CS Chicago Sports Network, Channel 353, and the Pacers at the Sixers on FanDuel, Channel 371. The Blackhawks will be at the Blues in NHL hockey. That's on FanDuel 370 and CSN Plus, number 354. And a couple of NCAA basketball games to tell you about. 6 o'clock tonight on True TV. True TV. You know where that is? Most people don't. 274 is True TV. That's Missouri State versus Xavier. And then at 7 on Maine Fox Network, it is Texas at UConn. The Texas Longhorns at the number 5 UConn Huskies. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to come right back, talk all about sports. We got high school basketball, college football, pro football, all kinds of great stuff. Back right after these. Please do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Cats TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. As this is December 12th, girls high school basketball has been going for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and the boys are finishing up their third week of play, and we've got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I mentioned earlier that, well, I tell you what, let's do it. It's kind of time to begin thinking about who's going to be really good, who you want to watch, who you want to see on Wabash, and who we can get. Here's for instance, here's Class 1A. Here's what this looks like right now. Now, this is from Aaron Britton, who goes by Kid Nesto or nestohoops.com. Outstanding poll. He does a great job. He keeps it up to date. And he does these for Class 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. This is 1A, and you see some of the teams around the state and around the area, and where they are, what is expected of them. How about that Midland Trail Conference? You've got 2 of the top teams in the state, or 2 of the top 4 teams in the state in the MTC. That's Sisney's conference. They're going to play those guys, and they're going to have their hands full with Waltonville and Woodlawn. But then you look there, you have Lawrenceville playing. We'll have Lawrenceville, I believe, against, I want to say against either Sisney or against, I trying to remember, it may be Salem, but later on in the season. So, yeah, we'll be showing you basketball games from 3 of those top 4. As well as next week, we'll have Weber in the tournament at the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament, which I'll get to in just a second. But that is Class 1A. You think, well, heck, Bruce, that's a ton. What do you got in Class 2A? That's outstanding. Class 2A. Take a look at who is sitting at number 6 and who's sitting at number 8. That's who we have playing tonight. It's Bloomington Central Catholic at T-Town at Teutopolis. I'll be there. We will be bringing that to you here on Wabash Catch TV. Last night, or Tuesday night, we had Nashville at Salem. Look at there. There's Nashville number 21. Nashville, an outstanding basketball team. Salem stuck close with them. They stayed close, but Nashville pulled away late. Knock them off by, 10 or something like that. But yeah, this is kind of, and we'll have Roxana versus Salem later in the season, as well as Breeze Central. So we're bringing you the top. We're bringing you the top schools we can. How about Class 3A? You ask. Well, you see who's number 4 and who's number 8 there? Centralia and Mount Vernon. They're both playing in the Salem Invitational Tournament. We'll have that for you in January. This is Class 3A. And, actually, Centralia and Mount Vernon play each other tonight. We don't have that one for you, but we'll have the potential for them to be playing against each other again over at Salem. And we've had Triad in that tournament. We've had East St. Louis. We've shown you East St. Louis in that tournament. It's an outstanding tournament over there in Salem. And now that Salem has moved down to 2A, I haven't talked to Kevin about it, but you got to figure they may. I don't know if they'll. I don't know if they'll begin to try to get smaller schools, but they haven't yet. But we'll talk about that as time gets closer. Looking at all that, you think, wow, that's just such an abundance of riches. Well, how about these are the teams south of I-80, no matter the class. And again, you find Centralia and Mount Vernon in that one, as well as going down. We'll have. Don't think we'll have any of the other ones on there. Triad. No, not going to have Triad. So, yeah, just to give you an opportunity to see, going to be outstanding basketball. Speaking of outstanding basketball, what we'll be doing over the next week or so, starting on Monday, here is what the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament looks like. This is a fine tournament. You look at Pool A, Crab Orchard is 4-3, Weber at 6-1. Wayne City's 3-4, Sandoval 2-4, Grayville 2-3, and we're not going to show you any of those Saturday games as we don't. We're only working one Saturday of this tournament. We'll have Monday night. We'll have that 8:30 game for you, Sisney versus Edwards County. And then Tuesday night, we'll have a couple for you. The 5:30 game is Thompsonville versus North Clay. And then the Wayne City versus Grayville. By the way, I didn't even mention Pool B. Grayville is 3, or Edwards County is 3-3. I believe North Clay is 4-3 right now. Thompsonville's 5-2. And Sisney at 1-5. So there's good teams in that tournament. And here's what the end of it looks like. The last 3 nights just have 2 games, as there's only 9 teams in the tournament this year. But we'll be showing you the Wayne City versus Sandoval on Wednesday night, Sisney versus Thompsonville on Thursday night, and then on Friday we'll have both games for you there. And taking a look at Saturday, a potential for 4 games. Most likely we'll have just 3 of them for you, but I think it'll be an all-day. It has the potential to be a tremendous all-day affair on Saturday at the 71st Annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. Looking forward to that, folks. We are looking forward to bringing you outstanding sports here on Wabash Catch TV. Keep an eye out for either on YouTube, Wabash Catch TV, or Wabash Catch TV West channel, or on Facebook, Catch TV Live Broadcasting. We'll be back to talk about college football right after these. Stick around.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywine, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today as this is our Take the Points show today. Just me today. Couldn't get the guys up here today. They had other things going on, unable to make it. So appreciate just me, you, and the TV today. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's talk a little bit of college football. Did you get a load of the conference championships games last weekend? We didn't do terribly in our picks for the college games. Of the 12 forced picks we made, the 12 picks we made, we got 5 out of 7 or 5 out of 12 right. So we were 5 and 7 last week. I had Virginia beating Duke. That went to overtime, and Virginia stepped on their own toes right there. I also had Indiana covering against Ohio State. They beat the Buckeyes. That felt pretty good. Jamie went 2-1 in the weekend. He had Indiana as well, and he also had Georgia beating Alabama. Three of us had UNLV covering versus Boise State. Didn't work out. So, but we'll have more predictions. Today we're going to predict the Army-Navy game, each of us, and then we'll get to the pros here in just a little bit. But did you enjoy the college football season's basically over? It's bowl season. For some teams, it is even more over than that. Notre Dame took their football and went home. I realize that's the cliche you have heard over and over and over and over again, but it's true. They refused to play in a bowl game, which makes no sense. It makes no sense for them to refuse to play in a bowl game, but they did. As the final, they didn't make the top 12, didn't make the tournament. They said, no, we're not going to do it. Before we get to that, let's talk about the Heisman. That's this weekend. That's going to be, it says here, Sunday morning. I didn't think it was Sunday morning. We usually do it Saturday night. But Fernando Mendoza is the quarterback. These are the 4 players that have been invited to New York City to sit in on the presentation. Fernando Mendoza is the heavy favorite now. After you really can't blame him. You can't blame voters. He just beat the number 1 team in the country, the unbeatable Ohio State Buckeyes, and did it because he brought them downfield and got the kick late. It was a wonderful performance by Fernando. Diego Pavia for Vanderbilt at 8-1. He'll get a lot of votes. Don't get me wrong. It may be close. There might have been people who voted earlier. If you watch him play on the field, Pavia looks better than Mendoza, but His team lost a couple or 3 games, and Vanderbilt lost 3 games. Mendoza's 13-0. Jeremiah Love, the tailback for Notre Dame, is way up there. Julian Sayin is the quarterback for Ohio State. He's not; those two aren't going to win, especially Ohio State losing last week. So yeah, that's where that is. That's where that sits right now. Here are the first 4 games of the tournament, which will be played. We'll look at these a lot more next week, but just kind of giving you an idea. The first 2 games are that Alabama-Oklahoma game. It's a pick'em. And then Miami is underdog by 3.5 points to Texas A&M. Those are tight games, and then you go to the TNT games, Tulane and Ole Miss and James Madison and Oregon, and those are not supposed to be close, but you really can't. Whenever it's difficult to say they won't be close because these are teams playing for their playoff lives, and they play pretty doggone well. Who is going to win? Well, here's the futures from Vegas right now. Nobody thinks James Madison or Tulane have a chance, and that might be right. But you know, if they're playing, they've got a chance. So Ohio State, the favorite over Indiana, even though Indiana just beat them on a neutral field. I think the thought process there, and look, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's plus 230 to plus 250. Folks like they're the top 2 seeds, and that makes sense. And Georgia and Texas Tech are the next 2. It makes some sense because Ohio State's the returning champion, and they're the returning champion. They're Ohio State, Indiana. People just can't believe that Indiana can do it. I hope for all my Indiana friends that they can do it, but if I would not be surprised, as nobody else would. By the way, one other thing I wanted to mention before we head to the NFL. Bowl games start Saturday this week. First bowl games on Saturday. They'll run from now until January 19th is when the final the final is. The regular bowl season actually ends Saturday the 3rd. Enjoy it. I love it. You know who's not going to love it? I was just informed via text that Michigan just fired their head coach Sharon Moore, and they are playing Texas in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. That's where Illinois played last year. Played in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl last year. So good luck. Michigan fired their coach? I just can't believe it. I'm told that. I can't confirm it, but I am told that by the time this airs Friday morning, we'll all know for sure. Oh, by the way, college football in the what we're all doing this weekend. Weeze is on Navy at -6. I'm on Arby +6. Jamie's on the over 38.5, and Lucas is on Army +6. Before, Jamie's had a good run. And before you go following Jamie at taking the over 38.5 in this game, you need to remember, this game has gone under 17 out of the last 19 times. So just keeping that, just making sure you know and are a well-informed public. We're going to come back talk NFL right after this. Please do stick around.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
NFL about ready to take over. Welcome back. Take the Points edition of the show. Appreciate you being here. NFL about ready to take over, but still a little bit of college to take care of. But NFL, as it does, is getting set to take over. How are your teams doing? Who are your favorite squads? Here is the AFC. You've got the New England Patriots and the Broncos, both at 11-2. And then you have those little E's out there. Those teams are eliminated. The Jets, the Browns, the Titans, and the Raiders have all been eliminated from further competition. I think Cincinnati needs to lose one more, and they'll be out as well. But then you got numerous teams that are around 500 or just a little under, a little over, and that will work itself out. Here's a look at the NFC. Hiccups, pardon me. A look at the NFC. The Packers passed the Bears this week as they beat them up in Lambeau. Nice game, good game. Bears acquitted themselves well, but the Packers just got them. They had too much for them. You've got the Cowboys and the Eagles, the only two left with a chance in the East, and people keep talking now. The Cowboys are going to catch them. That's a long way to go, but the Eagles have been stumbling lately. Got beat again last week, and then you have Tampa and Carolina in a dogfight down there in the South. And then the Seahawks and Rams in a dogfight out in the West, along with San Francisco. The West would right now have three participants in the playoffs. So it'd be those three and the Bears right now would be in the playoffs. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But here's who's playing this weekend. Thursday night, if you're watching this on Friday morning, that this is already played. The Falcons at the Bucks. Bucks have been not playing well, but the Buccaneers have been struggling. They have really had some problems, and I'm not surprised. The NFL is such an up and down league, and it's tough to keep everybody healthy. The only person that's been healthy and relatively so down there is Baker Mayfield. He's had different receivers every week because they all get hurt, and it's just kind of tough. And then they're playing they're playing an Atlanta Falcons team that has not shown up. You got to figure the Falcons coach is on his last legs. And then you get into Sunday, no more European games. That's all over. Raiders will head to Philadelphia. Philadelphia really needs to get back in the win column, but they are an 11-point favorite against the Raiders. You've got the Commanders at the Giants. That's the bottom of the East dogfight. I don't even know who's playing quarterback really for for either squad. The Bills and the Patriots look like the cream of this crop on this page, as the Bills are heading to New England to play in Foxborough. You have the Jets and the Jags. Jags heavily favored over the Jets, and the Chargers at the Chiefs. That's an interesting one, that Chargers-Chiefs game, because the Chiefs are still favored, like 4 points. Chargers just beat the Eagles. I am now, granted, Chiefs, their stadium is good, but man, that's a big, and I guess I don't know. I'm surprised by that. Taking a look further, you got the Browns at Chicago. Bears already over a touchdown, a favorite. Now that's being very kind to the Browns. Browns defense is outstanding, but their offense. Shedeur Sanders he's playing solid. I'm not going to say bad things about Shedeur. He's playing pretty solid. They've got the Cardinals, who are a rudderless ship right now, playing the Texans, who are putting it together. The Ravens at the Bengals. Who knows what the Bengals and Ravens are going to do? I mean, the Bengals are Joe Burrow just doesn't. You think he's got it straightened out, and then they lose again because they got no defense. You got the Rams and the Lions. That's probably the game of the afternoon. And that's going to be, and that's depending if the Lions can put it back together, because they've been banged up, and it is tough to go fly out to L.A. and then play against a good team, and then try to get back on the winning track against that. That's difficult. You got the Packers at the Broncos. One of those two games, take your pick for the game of the afternoon slate. I got to tell you, I probably will prefer to watch the Lions, but that Broncos team's fun to watch. I'm surprised they are an underdog at home, and I think my bets will tell you how surprised I am at that, because you don't see Bo Nix you don't see the Broncos being underdogs in that stadium too often. And then you look to the finales of the NFL week. You've got the Niners, 2 touchdown favorites almost over the Titans. Then the Colts. How about the Colts? 2 touchdown dogs heading out to Seattle. Who's going to play quarterback? Is it Grandpa? Is that you, Grandpa? Philip Rivers, brought off of the retirement heap 5 years down the road. He retired 5 years. He retired in 2020. He was drafted in 2004. He is 44 years old. He's older than 13 NFL coaches, 13 of them. He's older than, there are numerous players not yet born when he was, maybe 20%, 10 to 15, 20% of the league wasn't born when he was drafted, or when he first played a game. Philip Rivers, the Colts have run out of quarterbacks as everybody gets hurt, and it's Philip Rivers time. Good luck out in Seattle. That's the thing. I've been 44 years old before. You slow down. You slow down more as you go on, but you slow down from 44 to, say, just 5 years earlier. Panthers at the Saints. How about the New Orleans Saints? Knocked off the Buccaneers last week, and that was a lot of fun. You've got the Cowboys playing on Sunday night, as they would, because everybody likes to either hate or dislike, or hate or like the Cowboys, and you hate them or love them, but you want to see them. And then on Monday night, the Steelers and the Dolphins. Have you noticed the Dolphins coming back? Look at this. The Dolphins are 6-7. They've won 4 in a row, and 5 out of their last 6. The Dolphins are back, baby. What are we picking? What are our guys picking here? Well, let's take a look down there as Weeze's picks aren't in, but I can tell you what they were. He texted them to me after I'd made the graphic. He's got the Rams Lions under 55. He's taking the Colts to cover in that Colts game we just talked about. He's got the Jets and Jags over 41.5, and he's got the 49ers covering against the Titans. I'm going Chargers money line. I think Chargers beat the Chiefs, even though the Chiefs are favored. I'm going the Patriots underdog at home against the Bills. That makes no sense to me. I'm going the Ravens Bengals over. Have you seen the Ravens try to play defense? Over 51.5 in a heartbeat. I think he'll be there by the middle of the third quarter. And then the Dolphins, I'm taking the Dolphins against those Steelers. I'm sold on Mike McDaniel's squad coming back. What's Jamie doing? That over 38.5. Oh, sorry, that's the Army game. The Buccaneers, he's got the Bucks. He's got the Bills and Pats going over, the Broncos versus Green Bay, and the Lions and Rams over. And Lucas is taking the Giants at home. They are a 2.5-point favorite against Washington. Speaking of who's playing quarterback for Washington? Marcus Mariota is there, and they aren't doing much for Marcus. And also he's got Tampa Bay over the Falcons, the Carolina over New Orleans, and the Bengals over the covering against the Ravens. There you have it, folks. Our NFL picks for the week. 15 weeks into the season. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. We'll talk a little bit about who's going to the playoffs when we return. Also, we may talk a little hockey, may talk a little NBA. Back in a sec.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, our Take the Points edition. I said we'd come back and talk a little bit more about the who's getting in, who's not getting in. I was kind of vague about it earlier, but here's kind of what the playoff picture looks like right now. In the AFC, you have, like I said, the Broncos get the tiebreaker over the Patriots. And look, they're 2 games up. Those two teams are 2 games up. One of them is going to get the week off after the rest of after the regular season. That's a that's a big deal. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars actually might catch them because they're playing in the South, and they need some losses. They're going to need a little help. You've got the Steelers leading the AFC North, at 7-6. Chargers and Bills both could. The Bills really have to beat. They have to beat the Patriots this weekend to have a chance to win the division. They got to beat the Patriots on Sunday. It's an imperative. And then you got the Texans. The Colts now out of the playoffs. And it's going to be tough to get back in with Phillip Rivers as your quarterback. I've got nothing against Phillip Rivers. I think he was a fine quarterback. I just worry about him staying healthy. That Seattle defensive line is pretty good. And if Indianapolis is already losing quarterbacks because their line isn't that good, what's he going to do? At least Phillip Rivers has a quick release. He'll be able to get rid of the ball in a hurry, and that's what's going to be necessary. I worry for him. Let's take a look at the NFC. The Rams up there on top, half a game basically over the Green Bay Packers. The Eagles, I think it's probably between the Rams and the Packers to be the number one seed there. The Lions, look at that, out of the playoffs at this point with 4 games to go. Only 4. Remember, everybody now is caught up in the number of games played. Everybody has played 13 games in the NFL, and then you have Seattle I believe Seattle still has to play the Rams one more time. But the Rams do win it based on the head-to-head. Rams won the one game they played. So the Buccaneers leading that division, but they got to hold on to that. The Carolina Panthers are basically tied with Tampa for the NFC South. So that it just kind of gives you an idea of the playoff scenarios and who's leading who right now. We'll know a lot more in a couple of weeks, but just to keep you up to date. Have you been watching basketball yet? Have you been watching hockey? I tell you, I've been watching more hockey. Here's what the Hockey East looks like. And the reason I show these is because I'm basically a glutton for punishment, I guess. The East is doing very well. 32 points is the bottom in the Metropolitan. The Buffalo Sabres with only 28 points. And then you look at the West. You've got numerous teams in the 26 teams in the 20s out west. The Blues would right now be missing the playoffs, but they're close. The Utah's played 2 more games. No, the Blues and Utah are the same now, aren't they? Dang it. The Blues basically have had. All right. I've got a buddy. You've seen him on the show, Lamar Choate, and he is one of the 2 biggest Blues fans I know. And he says, Bruce, this was where the Blues were whenever Jordan Bennington came up in 2019, and the Blues went on to win the Stanley Cup. It can happen. But I've seen the Blues play too many times this year. I just don't see that in them. But I'd love to see him jump back into a position where they're playing for a chance to get in the playoffs, and they're not that far out of the playoffs. They're 2 or 3 points outside of the playoffs. If they get on a nice winning run, they'll have a shot to get in the playoffs. Then you got the Predators and the Canucks at the bottom, and got to keep playing those West teams. The doggone East teams are too good. They keep beating them. Heck, the Blues had a 2-goal lead on Boston the other night. Off it goes. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the football. Good luck to all the basketball teams. Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament all next week, and the 2 top 10 teams tonight on your channels. We'll see you next time on Big Talk. Have a great weekend.